So everybody watching this video has probably seen or played Poppy Playtime before, and you've definitely played Fortnite. So in this video, I want to combine both of these games to create a Poppy Playtime themed Fortnite season. But before we get into that, make sure to like and subscribe because I'm trying to get to 6,000 subs by April, and also make sure to comment what other videos I should do. But now let's get into the video. To get started with our Poppy Playtime theme season, we first need to make the battle pass. And tier 1 of this battle pass will be the most iconic Poppy character, and that's the main man himself, Huggy Wuggy. And his backbling can be the mini Huggies that appear throughout the game, and they'll have different color options like red, green, and yellow. His pickaxe can be his arm that fell off, and his edit style will be his broken version from the end of chapter 4. The second skin in this battle pass will be Huggy's love interest, Kissy Missy, that first appeared in chapter 2. And her backbling will be Poppy because they're the most iconic duo from Poppy Playtime, and Poppy has always been shown to be riding on Kissy's back. Her pickaxe can be her arm that fell off at the end of chapter 4, and her edit style can be her broken version from chapter 4. The third skin in this battle pass will be Dog Day. Now you may be thinking to yourself, how the hell is he gonna make a Dog Day skin? Doesn't he literally have no legs? And yeah, he doesn't. But he definitely used to. So we can just add them back for the skin, and boom, you have it. His backbling can be all the smiling critters, and there can be like edit styles for each of them, for like Bobby Bear Hug, Hoppy Hopscotch, and like Catnap and all of them. His pickaxe can be the things that were holding up, all the belts that were holding him up in chapter 3. And his edit style can be the broken version from chapter 3, but like with legs. The fourth skin in this battle pass will be the horrifying Catnap. This dude was going crazy in chapter 3. You just had to be there to witness that. And if you're wondering how he can be a skin since he's always on all fours, we have seen him stand upright before, like on the prototype shrine he was like standing up, so we know he can do that, and all the other big body smiling critters can do that, so I don't see why he couldn't as well. His backbling can be the gas max that was used to stop the red smoke, and his pickaxe can be an axe made of the red smoke because he emits it through his mouth. And his edit style can be the nightmare version that we saw in the end of chapter 3. The fifth skin will be a pretty obscure character, that being Boxy Boo, which is this little red dude who comes out of a Jack-in-the-Box, and he's the main character of a spin-off Poppy game, that being Project Playtime. His backbling can be his box like shrunk down, and it can be like reactive, so every time you get a kill, he like pops up as like a mini version of himself. His pickaxe can be his hands. They could work like the Hulkbuster pickaxe where you like swing it around, but this time would be like claws, or you like scratch the trees or something. Yeah. And his edit style can be any of his skins in Project Playtime. The sixth skin in this pass can be Doughy the Dough Man from the most recent chapter. And can we just take a minute to think about how strong this dude is? Like, he's 900 pounds of straight dough that he can control at will. How strong is the prototype that he can box, bro, like, and win? Like, I know he has the weakness to freezing, but unless the prototype has like a freeze gun, like Mr. Freeze from Batman, I don't see how he can like use that weakness against him. Like, the doctor had traps set around, so I understand how he was able to do it. But the prototype was just winning 1v1 straight hands. But anyways, his backbling can be the goat who only got like 30 seconds screen time, that being Pianosaurus, that Doughy gobbled up with his fat ass. And his pickaxe can be a hammer made from dough, and like if it's possible, his edit style can be his monster version from the end of chapter 4, but like that's pretty big, so I don't know if that can be like possible. The tier 100 skin in this pass can be our player character. Now you may be thinking to yourself, how the hell are you going to make a skin of a person we've never seen? Well, I'm going to use the yellow dude from the tapes to represent us. The backbling can be the grab pack with an edit style for all the hands, like the red, green, purple, and orange hand. And his pickaxe can also be like the grab pack, but like the hands can extend to hit things. The bonus skin of this pass will be Dr. Harley Sawyer that we face in chapter 4 in all his TV glory, with his backbling being his pet Yarnby that was pretty wasted in chapter 4. I mean, bro died out of nowhere, and when I played, he didn't even spawn in his biggest section. But anyways, his pickaxe can be the Omni hand that we get from killing him, and his edit style can be like all the sentinels that we face with like the lab coats. Moving on from the battle pass, there are some other characters that we can add into the item shop during the season, like the bigger body versions of the smiling critters like Bobby Bear Hug, Hoppy Hopscotch, and Bubba Fett. Another skin that we can add is Miss Delight, with her having two styles, one before the Hour of Joy and one after. We can also add the prototype when his full model is eventually revealed. Fortnite could also sell some back blings in the item shop for the smaller characters, like all the Nightmare critters from Chapter 4, PJ Pugapillar, Bunzo Bunny, and Brawn. With the release of a new Fortnite season, there of course have to be some new locations, and luckily for us, Poppy Playtime has a ton of locations. And the first one can be the main lobby from Chapter 1. And in this area, you could face the Huggy Wuggy boss, and killing him would grant you access to the mythic grab pack with a blue and red hand. And I'll go over what the grab pack item does later in the video. The next location could be the game station from Chapter 2 with Mommy Longlegs as a boss. And defeating her could give you the mythic grab pack with a blue and green hand. The next location could be Playcare from Chapter 3, and in this place, you would have to face the hardest boss in the season, that being Catnap. Now, the reason he's the hardest is because he emits the red smoke, and it acts kind of like the storm does, and it does 2 damage per second, and it makes you hallucinate. And the only way to stop this is to wear a gas mask, but it has durability, so you can't wear it forever. Defeating Catnap would give you the mythic grab pack with a blue, purple, and orange hand. The final location will be the Doctor's Lair from Chapter 4. And this place will be infested with all of the sentinels that we faced in Chapter 4, and it would be like a maze. And you can't build or break in there. And all the sentinels would act like the weeping angels, and so if you look at them, they'll stop chasing you, but if you look away, they'll start chasing you. And at the end of this maze, you can shut off the Doctor's life support, and you'll be granted with a mythic grab pack with a blue and Omni hand, and that's the only Omni hand in this season. And with the Omni hand, you could open a massive vault, and it gives you like a ton of loot. I mean, like, this place it'll have you set up for the rest of the game. Like, it's a massive vault. The items in the season will be centered around one mechanic, and in case you didn't guess it already, it's the grab pack. Now, the grab pack will have many different hands that will do many different things, and I'll explain them to you right now. The blue and red hands do the exact same thing, which is 30 damage when you hit someone, and it will also give you the ability to grapple up walls like you do in the game. The mythic version you get from Huggy Wuggy does 45 damage. The green hand gets charged with electricity every 30 seconds, which makes the grab pack do 60 damage when you hit someone directly. And it also does a shockwave effect that does 30 damage if you don't hit them directly. And it also sends them flying. And the mythic one you get from Mommy does 90 damage when charged up and 45 when not. The purple hand is more of a mobility kind of item. It does the same amount of damage as the blue and red ones, but every 10 seconds you get to hit the ground and it sends you flying with no fall damage. And it can save up to 3 of those bounces at a time. And the one you get from Catnap holds 5 charges at a time. The orange hand works more as a gun than a hand, and it shoots slow but does 80 damage a hit and burns everything around it. It's sort of like a dragon's breath revolver. And it also does 120 a headshot, and the one you get from Catnap does 90 for a body hit and 145 a headshot. But this weapon has no mobility at all. So you can't grapple with it or anything. The Omni hand is just a red hand, and its only purpose that makes it different from the red one is that it opens the vault in the Doctor's Lair. You can hold every hand at once in the grab pack and alternate between them like in the game, but it takes 20 seconds after switching from one hand to switch again. And there will also be a menu that you can use to change hands, so you can pick which one you want to use. And that is the end of my Poppy Playtime Fortnite season concept. If you guys liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe to get me to 6,000 subs by April. And if you guys disagreed with anything I said or just want to comment, make sure to comment on the video. And if you guys really like the video, you can cash at me, as I don't get paid from these videos at all. But that's enough out of me. Goodbye.